Okay. So before I start, I just would like to introduce myself. As Satyajit told you, my name is Sanjeevani Kulkarni, and I am working in this IT sector, or you can say in HR and finance field from last 18 plus years. So my experience mainly across IT infra and educational sectors. I am working currently with Ithena Technologies Private Limited, which is a IT company, which is a global MNC in Bavdhan. I'm working there as a IT. I'm working there as a HR and administration head. Today I'm going to talk to you about IT job opportunities post or during COVID-19. The agenda would be typically what are the opportunities available in this IT sector in this COVID time or after COVID time. What are the challenges that I see, or as an from a HR point of view, what are the challenges which we see, and these challenges are of course from the point of view of the candidates when we take the interview. What typical Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I sincerely request others to keep themselves mute
Uh,
during the session.
okay. Shall I start?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, what are the challenges that we see when we take the interview of the candidates? These challenges may be the lessons or the areas of improvement for the candidates, and what are the areas where the candidates has to really scale up or improve upon. So, I'm going to talk on all these topics today. I would like to make this session bit interactive. So, if anyone has any question, they can unmute themselves and they can ask in between, or else we can take all the doubts at the end of the session. But rather than me talking continuously, I would like to have your views, your opinion, your interaction, and your participation in the session. Fair enough. Shall I move ahead?
Yes.
Okay. So most of you must be thinking that amidst this COVID or amidst this lockdown, slowdown or economic recession, whatever you call it, I'm going to talk to you about the opportunities which are there in the IT sector, which are there in the IT sector. Okay. So I think whatever is happening right now, whatever situation we are going, our country is facing, it is actually a blessing in disguise. I mean, I look at the situation from that point of view. So I believe every challenge which we are facing, or every challenge which is coming across, is actually a blessing. It is actually the situation which we take, or it is actually a what we can say opportunity which we convert into opportunity. So it is up to us to look at the situation. So I think it is actually blessing in disguise. The situation is actually, if we look at the situation from the positive angle, we can actually make the best use of the situation, or we can make best use of the current things, and we can make our career, or the candidates can make their career a blooming one in the industry sector. Okay. Okay, due to this pandemic or lockdown, every industry will be sooner or later will be forced to do some changes at their level. All the industries will be going to reform and restructure their current working scene or current working condition in order to transfer into the new realities. So you must be hearing this new normal term post COVID. So soon there will be complete industrial reformation. Very soon, or few industries are already started doing this reformation. Every one of us has heard about yesterday what PM Modi has said. So according to our honorable Prime Minister PM Modi, every individual will become a self-sufficient or self-reliant in your future. So that is what he said in his yesterday speech. So everyone will going to become Atmanirbhar. So I am thinking that all the industries, be it in any sector, they are going to be self-sufficient or self-reliant in near future. When I say self-sufficient or self-reliant, it means I'm talking from the IT perspective. It means all the companies will invest more and more in the IT, more and more in the digital thing, and they will try to avoid such kind of situations in future, and they will try to become more self-reliant or more self-sufficient. I am sure you all must be agree with me that our each of us life is affected or impacted by technology in some way or another. So the most common technological use which we are doing right now is internet. The mobile is other technical device without which we can't live. We can't imagine our life these days without mobile and internet. So likewise, as we are impacted with technical things, the industries are also impacted in technical things. There is a IT implication in every business, every company, be it a public, be it a private, or any, be it a large or small. Some way or other, there are IT implications. That is impacting the company and their business. So all the most of the industry verticals are seeking for IT helps or IT professionals. I said that there is a continuous demands of IT professional, be it in a software, be it in a hardware, be it in a computer, or it could be in a programming language. So IT professionals are the requirement, and there will be continuous requirement of IT professionals. And I believe that post-COVID, IT, information technology, and telecommunication will be, I mean to say, will be a must-have category in all segments. It will be the necessity of life, like food, water, and shelter. There will be ample job opportunities in these two sectors, IT and telecommunications. So we cannot think of a life without IT and telecommunication. So these are the technology or emerging technology trends where there are and there will be a job openings. Right now there are more job openings across these emerging technology trends, and there will be a job openings in future also. In coming 2-3 months, there will be ample openings across these technologies. So digital transformation is one of them. Most of the companies are shifting their business or their structure to digital transformation. Cloud is another. IoT, that is Internet of Things, is one of the area where the ample job. Uh, okay, does anyone has any question? Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So I thought someone is asking me some question.
They can ask actually, not an issue. They have to just unmute and ask. And
Okay,
please,
that's
all of you, please feel free to ask questions.
okay. Uh, can I go ahead, Satyajit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking about the the other point, that is there will be ample job opportunity in AI, ML, that is artificial intelligence, machine learning, and that data science segment also. Software Software engineering is one more area. The last area I'm not going to cover right now, because I have in going ahead, I have divided this category into two segments, which will be core IT, that is software job professional, and other will be infrastructure managed services, where the ample job opportunities will be available right now. Because I have seen this trend, the job opportunities are available in both the segments. There is no shortage of jobs right now. People are actually posting about the various job openings. So about project management, we can talk after a couple of slides. So shall I move ahead? Uh, just a minute.
Yes.
Yeah, just a
Okay.
moment. Something
Yeah.
went wrong. Just a moment. Okay. Okay, so I was talking about the opportunities available across various sectors. So these are the various sectors where the IT and IT infrastructure will be again a prospering or booming area. So these are the sectors like hospitality industries. Hospitality, when we say talk about the hospitality, it consists of travel, tourism, hotel industry.
येस येस येस. मग आता या फॉर्म वरती आपल्याला समजा गुगल या पेज वरती गुगल फॉर्म टाकायचा आहे, इथे क्लिक केलं, इथे तुमचा ऑलरेडी एखादा गुगल फॉर्म तयार झालेला पाहिजे, म्हणजे तुमचं परत
बापरे.
What is happening? Okay. Hello. Can you please unmute it? Who is this?
This is some Kiran Kulkarni. I muted him. Carry on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the various industrial verticals where IT and IT infrastructure segments are booming. So hospitality is one of them. Healthcare, of course, a pandemic has a largest impact on healthcare industry. So healthcare, there is a huge, heavy requirement of IT professional in healthcare sectors. So manufacturing and distribution, as I said, everyone is shifting on digitalization. So all of the sectors, including utilities, smart campus, be it in a private company or in a government sectors, everyone is taking help of IT, telecommunications, and IT related infrastructure. So these are the sectors where IT professionals will be in demand in coming future, and right now they are also in demand. So as I said that I have classified these into two segments. One is core IT, that is software profile, and the other one is IT infrastructure related profile. So when we say the most of the companies are shifting their focus on digitalization. So in coming days or in coming weeks or months, we can say digital, or we can say post COVID-19, when lockdown is over, most of the companies will be shifting their focus on the digitalization. So digitalization will be a culture of all companies, all organization in coming days. So almost all manual processes will be soon converted into automated mode processes. All industries will try to get rid of more human intervention, to get rid of, when we say human intervention, means they will try to shift the processes on automation mode. They will not bring human intervention in the entire process. Of course humans will be required to set those processes, but the once that process is set, it will run automatically. Industries, most of the industries will be about to explore the canvas of opportunities, which will be presented by cloud, big data analysis, and artificial intelligence, IoT, IIoT, and of course cloud. So these are, according to me, I see there will be ample job opportunities across these core field area. So cloud is one of them. So these days, I mean, most of us are we are using various kinds of data most of the time, and most of the employees are working from home. So instead of keeping data on premises, so most of the companies will be shifting their data off premises. So cloud will become the bedrock in coming days, or in most of the companies will be shifting their data, large data on the cloud, be it a Microsoft Azure cloud, it's a AWS, Amazon Web Services, it will be any hybrid cloud, and it will be any private cloud. So cloud architect and cloud developer, both will be in demand. So cloud architect, if you are learning these technologies, then there will be ample job opportunities for you across IT and other sectors as well. So web developer, though web developer is not a new term for most of the IT professional, but this is again an evergreen field 80% of the companies are having their website, and due to this lockdown, most of the companies are working from home. So they are updating their portals, they are posting so many things on social media, on professional sites. They are keep updating about their companies, about their customers, about their products, about their applications. So this is the best way to get in touch with the customer, to keep the customers, or to the people who are associated with them through these web portals intact, or to attract the customers. So there is a continuous demand of a good web developer who can work across various web languages, various scripts, various frameworks, etc. So they are always in demand. Web developer is again a creative field where these people will be always in demand, and they are still in demand. So mobile application and mobile application developer. So mobile, as I said, that it is a one of the necessity of life. Every single person has a smart mobile application. Even though the small kids are using these smart mobiles very efficiently. So looking at the what we say, looking at the large uh, approach, or mass connect of this mobile, the most of the companies are making their small web application to reach out to the customers through their various projects, application, offers, so that they can keep their customer intact, and also attract the customers by various offers, and thus they can retain the business as well, and they can reach out to the larger masses. So mobile app developer is again the area where these application developer who are always in demand. As a mobile app developer, the application developer or a programmer who has to work on a mobile frames, mobile devices around technologies like iOS, Android. So they are again always in demand. So this is again the area where the ample job opportunities are available. So as I told you that due to this pandemic, or due to this COVID-19, IT specialist in healthcare, this is a profession which is actually, it's a profession which is much in demand. So why this profession is demand? There are many companies, many healthcare sectors who are doing research on preparing vaccination, or they are doing some research. So they are gathering huge data for this research. So they are always in search of the technical person or IT engineers or professional who can work across these various kind of databases, and do the data analysis with some knowledge of medical coding, and they can give the better output to the customer. So again, this IT specialist in healthcare is a field where these professionals are very much in demand. Okay, and this is a very niche area where the professionals are very few. I'll just give you an example. 1 month before, we have recruited one dentist. She is a dentist. She did her practice for a couple of years, and she is doing her research in uh, some healthcare sector. So she is fascinated by this IoT technology. We are working on IoT. So she is working with us, and she is doing the collaboration of medical field and IoT. She is a dentist by profession, but she is learning this technical stuff, and she is working on the project, one of the project with one of the medical client which belongs to US. So she is working on doing some I cannot disclose the details here, but she is working on bridging some gap between medical industries and technical stuff. So she is the bridge between medical and IoT kind of stuff. So she is learning something new, and she is putting her medical knowledge in that particular project. So there will be a combination of IT specialists in healthcare sector. So they are much in demand. Here in our case, we have recruited some medical expert in IT sector. So it is the other way around. So I'm just giving you an example. Okay. So the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. These are the field where, according to my experience, there are very few experts or professionals available. Very few resources are available. So those who are freshers and who are thinking of getting into the IT, so they can think of this particular segment, artificial intelligence or machine learning, because most of the companies are recruiting freshers in this particular area. So that the only motto behind recruiting the fresher and the academic background which we are actually looking, that we are looking for any graduate with a good graduate level, but he has some knowledge of, or he has learned at least statistic in his career or in his college days, and he has a good knowledge of linear algebra, plus there is some additional knowledge of library or scripting language like Python and shell scripting. So this is a area where freshers can try their luck. I mean, they have good opportunities in artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, and other data analytical field. So machine learning, artificial intelligence, in short, is nothing but machine intelligence, and used in various sectors, again like IT, manufacturing industries, healthcare sector. So everywhere it is used. And machine learning and artificial intelligence, generally those technologies goes hand in hand. So there are various small courses available on portals where you can do these courses and you can get yourself industry ready. To give an example of artificial intelligence, there are many self-driven cars or vehicles in Gulf countries. They are means they work on this artificial intelligence technology. Or the common example of artificial intelligence is Alexa of Google. So that is nothing but artificial intelligence. So the next field is software engineering. So it is a very generic term, software engineer or software developer. Though it sounds very general or generic term, but if you have actually good knowledge of technologies, coding framework, or working across database, so this is again a field where you can try your luck. So software developer across various technologies are always in demand, but the latest position or much demanded software developer fields are like currently. So these are the latest demands or market trends. So our developers are much in demands, and there are very few people who can work on our technology. Then Magento developer, again a niche area where the few candidates are available on Magento technology.
पब्लिश झालेली वेबसाईट अशी आहे. मग मी कोणती वेबसाईट सिलेक्ट करणार आहे? मला म्हणजे
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Then full stack developer, there are opening for full stack developer. Laravel developer is again, WordPress developer is again, if you are trying your luck in some web page designing or some creative field, then these are the areas where you can try your luck. And of course, when we talk about all these area, the always in demand field is quality analyst, or in a layperson language we can call them as a software tester. So they are always in demand. So manual testers are always are required. Automatic testers are always required. So testing tester are always in demand. So I think I am going to take a pause here, and I would like to know the participants' view. According to them, what is the most booming, or what is the most trending job skill IT jobs opportunities according to them? So they can type in a chat box, or we have hardly 7 to 8 participants, so they can unmute their mic and they can share their views on this. So according to them, what do you think? You can add any other field which I have not added. For example, I have not added here UI UX developer. That is also already in demand. So you can add any other field if you want. So I'm taking a pause of 5 seconds. Please share your views. Satyajit, you can also talk.
Yeah, sure, sure. Let's see what we also have a professor from institute here, so she can also share her views.
Yeah, please.
So any comments, guys? I can see now 16 of them, 15.
Okay. So anyone would like to say anything on this? So if you are thinking any other field is there is in demand, so please let me know if there is any other field, because I am working across almost all those technologies and all the fields. So I am aware about all these things. If I am not aware, please do let me know.
What about VLSI field?
Okay. VLSI.
Okay, some of them are now putting their comments on chat also.
Okay. So they can put their charts.
ऑलरेडी चॅट मध्ये क्वेरी पोस्ट करतायत बरेच लोक.
Okay, fine, no issue. We will take them later then. So shall we go ahead?
या
Thank you. Okay, so as I told you that I have classified it into IT, core IT software field, and again IT infrastructure or infrastructure managed services field. When we talk about IT, we generally speak about only software profiles. I mean, we talk about the software. It's just like a watching movie, and when we watch any movie, we mostly talk about the characters which we see on screen, but we don't talk much about the characters who are actually behind working behind the screen. So this field is like that only, but it is much in demand. And post lockdown, when everyone is working from home, these are the few areas which are much in demand. So this is like working across the technologies behind the screen, or you can say this is a supporting IT supporting skill sets. So when any company is formed, there are bare minimum requirement of server storage, networking, and laptop desktop. So according to me, to run any successful company, when we take all these IT related IT infrastructure products and services, of course uh, profiles or the personal services related with these technologies also comes into the picture. For example, when we buy a server, then of course going ahead we need some devices to connect to those server so that they can access the data from server. When we take a server, so access some applications from the server. When we take server, of course data storage comes into the picture. When we take multiple devices, then network connectivity comes, and of course to secure those data, the security devices, security application and products also comes. So all things are interrelated. No technology work in isolation. All things are interrelated to each other. So these are the again areas or field where the candidates can, if they have an interest, they can actually look for the job opportunity. And to talk you very candidly, these are the areas where job opportunities are actually more opportunities are actually available in these areas post COVID-19. So these are the areas like virtualization. Most of the people are not aware about the virtualization term post COVID. So virtualization is nothing but remotely working. So when we say remote working, it is not only remotely working from some other places, but it is a transfer of data using various mediums from one device to another devices. So going ahead, most of the companies will be shifting their infrastructure on virtual infrastructure rather than keeping it at a physical premises or physical infrastructure level. So automatically, when these things will happen or these things are happening, the demand for virtualization engineers will will be followed. This is a very when I say virtualization, this is a very broader term, or I can say I am talking from 100 and about it. So when going deep, when we go deep down, so virtualization, there are again segment or sections where you can specialize in. So there are professionals who are specialized on desktop virtualization. There are some who are specialized on server virtualization. There are some who are specialized on network virtualization, and of course storage virtualization. So these are again different specialization area. So few companies who providing their services at the larger or enterprise levels are like VMware, whose logo I have already included in the PPT. Then there is one more company that is called Citrix. Both the companies are US based companies. One Indian company which is emerging into this virtualization segment is Nutanix, which is an Indian origin company. It is evolving or growing in this virtualization segment. Then apart from that, HP is also entering into virtualization. So you can go with the certification of the particular product of these principal companies, and later on you can do the specialization of other products of the company. So there are specific requirement also, like there are requirement if you browse through Glassdoor or any other portal, you might have seen that VMware engineer or Citrix engineers. So these are the companies who are specialized this virtualization segment. So going ahead, storage is again area. If you are interested in data center kind of applications, then storage is an area where you can work. Most of the companies are now using software defined storage. So again, this is a combination of hardware and software where you can work across various framework policies framework as working as a storage or a data center engineer. Backup engineer, it is not the kind of backup which we take. I mean, the backup which we take on laptop or on some external devices. It is a backup of a larger enterprise level backup. There are again a few global companies who provide enterprise level backup software applications and products. So the companies like Trend Micro, Commvault. Then there are various other companies who are into the enterprise level backup software and solutions. So you can specialize in this area also. Then there is a network and security engineers, which is this field has, I mean, again like a web developer, this is again a evergreen field, I can say. So network and the future of network and security engineer is certainly going to be bigger than what we are thinking or what is currently now. With everything going digital, network and security engineer are no longer optional. They will be much in demand. So there are companies like Cisco, which is again US based company, Dell and EMC, which is one venture now. They are into networking security devices. So again, security, I am just giving you an overview, but again, when you go deep down, the security is again based on some other segments. Like there are cyber security modules, there are web security modules, there are some on-premises security modules. Everything is different. So Symantec, McAfee, these are the companies which are giving different products, and Trend Micro, Commvault, and other companies which I have mentioned, which are giving enterprise level security solution. So this is again an area or a field where the freshers or the prospective candidates can try their luck. Again, this is a niche area. In IT infrastructure is again a very, very niche area where few people get into it, and those who get into it, they are actually not academically technically qualified. I mean, they have some other technical academic background, and later on they get into this field. So if you have a academic computer background, IT background, and you get into this field, then there are a huge scope, large chances of getting success, and pay scales are very good in this IT infrastructure managed services compared to the freshers what they are getting as a software developer. So what pay scales you are getting in this segment are much higher than what you are getting as a fresher software developer. So this is again one area. If you have any question on this slide, please let me know, or we shall move ahead.
There are quite a few questions in chat now.
Okay, fine. So we will take it later on. Will that
Yeah.
be okay?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. So project management, I have mentioned in my previous slide also, and I am mentioning the same point here in this slide. Whether it is a software sector or IT infrastructure sector, this project management is in demand everywhere. I mean, it is required there as well. It is required here as well. So if you are thinking that you have a good communication skills, you have a good people management skill, you can do the planning well. So project management is a field for you. Of course, it is more onto the soft skill side rather than technical side. But if you have a technical knowledge, which will play a vital role while performing a role of a project manager. I know it's too early to start as a project manager, but if you are really interested in a project management thing, then you can start with a project coordinator, who would assist to the, I mean, they work as an assistant to the project manager, and later on, as your career grow, you can climb the ladder of project management, team lead. So this is again a field where you can try your luck. So besides this, as I have already mentioned, there are few other fields which are much in demand, or few other job professions which are in demand, which are UI UX developer, then PHP developer, and WordPress and Laravel developer. They are always in demand. So this is what I think the job opportunities you asked me about VLSI. So I'll come back to on that question, VLSI. But according to me, these are the sectors where you have a ample job opportunities. All the freshers, all the people who are thinking of restarting their career, they have a good job opportunities. If they have a technical background, they can really excel in those areas. Okay, can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just would like to give you an example. Couple of days before, I have recruited one candidate who has only 1 year of experience, but in last 1 year he had already worked on 7 to 8 projects, and I mean, we have recruited him as a mean stack developer. So I hope everyone understand what does mean by mean stack. So mean is basically MongoDB, Express Java, and Angular, and Node JavaScript. So the mean stack developer work across this technology. So in spite of having only an year of experience, we have taken him, because what we find unique about this candidate, he was very much passionate about technology. So having worked on 7 to 8 projects in a span of 1 year, he was working on some other things on other platform as well. So he is having his own YouTube channel where he is posting his technical stuff. He's I mean, too active on a technology front. He has his own technical blogs on various other sites, and he is associated with various other technical coding and tech coding sites and other sites. So that is what the unique thing we found about this candidate. So if you have that unique thing, or if you are that much passionate about whatever you have learned or whatever knowledge you have gained, then experience and having experience or not having experience does not matter. Only matters your knowledge and your approach. Okay, so just would like to share this experience with you. So whatever field you opt for, whether it is a software or whether it is an infrastructure support, so I just would like to know, whatever you have decided to venture, first and foremost is that please see to it that whatever you are deciding, you are thoroughly equipped with the knowledge you are having. I mean, apart from your academics, you should be equipped with the core knowledge of the, if you are going for software designing, coding thing, then you should have a thorough knowledge about the coding. If you are going to work as a programming language expert, then you should have a knowledge of that particular language. So whatever you decide to go ahead with it, so please get a complete knowledge on that particular technology or that particular skills, and try to do as many projects on that particular thing. There are many mock projects available on site these days, website. You can also associate yourself with the freelancing sites like AngelList. You can associate yourself with a freelancer, where many short projects are available for the freshers also. So this will give an value addition to your CV, and you will be, I mean, immediately available, early available for the market. So try to do as much projects as you can. Even if you are opting for IT infrastructure segment, then whatever section or whatever vertical you choose, try to gather complete hands-on on that thing, and then only get into the corporate world. If you go with the half knowledge, then it will be going ahead, it will be difficult for you to cope up with the technology trends, because technology is keep on changing very fast. It is whatever we are learning today, it is outdated immediately in couple of days or in couple of weeks. So you have to keep abreast with the changing technology. So only thing is that make sure that you are thoroughly equipped with your technical skills, and then only you can go ahead with the interviews process and other things. Okay. So while taking an interview of the candidates, these are the typical challenges which we face, and I think these are the areas of improvement for most of the candidates. So there is a huge difference between qualified candidates and educated candidates. Educated candidate, yes, we are getting educated, academically educated candidates, but that education does not make them qualify for the post for which they are applying. They are educated academic wise, theoretically they are well equipped, but when it comes to explaining about the technical stuff or explaining about the technical things which they have mentioned in their CV, they are not able to at least properly communicate whatever they have written, at least in their CV. So there is a huge gap between having educated and being educated and being qualified. So this is the area where the candidates has to really work upon. The second is communication skills. I mean, candidates have to really work on this communication skill. Interviews, according to me, interviews is nothing but selling yourself. It is just like marketing yourself, selling rather than selling, I would say marketing. If you are not able to speak about your skills, your know-how, then how the interviewer will come to know about it? If you are, if most of the people are from Marathi background, in Marathi we say की बोलणाऱ्याचे सडे पण विकले जातात. So it is the same thing applies here. If you are not able to communicate in a proper manner, then it's not going to help you out. I mean, you have to present yourself in a very precise and in a concise manner when you are giving interview. At least speak confidently about the things which you have mentioned in your CV. Just do not copy paste whatever you have gathered from portals or website or from some other CVs. At least whatever you are mentioning in your CV, please clearly talk about those things. Again, there is a huge gap between demand and supply. Yes, there is a demand of qualified candidates, but there is a huge gap or huge scarcity of qualified resources. Resources are available, but they are not according to the demands, industry demands. I mean, they are available as per the knowledge. I mean, this is not a fault of candidate. This is a fault of, I'm sorry, you said that some professor is there. This is a fault of our education system. The candidates are not industry ready when they are pass out from college. I mean, when we recruit fresher, entire 1 year is we have to spend on their training. So they are engineers from the best college, they are not readily available candidate. Industry ready candidates are not available. We have to spend, organization companies have to spend entire year on their training, on their development, etc. So this point is related to the next point, which is longevity. So when we recruit fresher, the entire year of the fresher goes in understanding company, corporate culture, technology, his job profile, and knowing about the other stuff. And when that candidate is actually ready in the next subsequent year, in the second year, he is actually ready to deliver. That candidate is thinking of switching over job. So these things are happening. So there is a huge problem of longevity. I mean, any nowadays industries are not expecting the candidates should stick to one industry for more than couple of years. But at least they should be with that is why what my opinion is. They should be with one industry at least for 2.5 years, so that the same thing will be reflected in their career, and the company and the candidate both will have some kind of gain or some kind of profit. The candidate will learn some technical stuff, some corporate skills, and the company will also gain something out of it. I mean, that is what my views are on this longevity point. Uh, Most of the candidates are not uh, looking for, I mean, they are not looking at the job from the learning perspective. They are money centric. Of course money is important, but according to me, for a couple of years we should not, I mean, if the money is not a necessity, then the candidate should focus on their career growth, their technical growth, their overall growth. The money should automatically follow. I'll I just would like to support my this statement with the famous dialogue of Three Idiots movie. There is a famous dialogue that कामयाबी के पीछे मत भागो, काबिल बनो. The same thing goes here. So the candidate should just focus on doing I mean, enhancing, honing their skills. The other things, money and the other fame, so everything will automatically falls in. So this is what I want to say. This is again an area which is lagging in most of these fresh candidates or the resources focus. Uh, be it in their technical stuff, be it in the job or anything other thing they are doing. I don't want to talk about the other stuff. I will focus on their IT skills or choosing their profession. They are not focused. I mean, this is the observation most of the HR professional has seen these days. Many of the candidates are not focused at all. Um, they, they try to switch job after 1 year. Most of the candidates try to switch the technology after working 1 year. Reason could be anything. Uh, the observation is that most of the candidates' mind is not stable. I mean, they are keep on hopping from one thing to another while working. They are also not focused. They are some other things is going, other stuff is going in their mind, and they're working, and the result is not as per the expectation of their team lead, their project manager. So there is again mismatch of expectation. So again, this I could being into the health profession, also in the fitness profession, I just would like to relate this problem with the again one saying that sound mind dwells in sound mind body, vice versa. So the candidate should try some meditation techniques or some other techniques to remain focused. This is going to give the better result for their future, and it will be helpful in their career. So these are the typical challenges which we face while we conduct the interview or after onboarding of the candidates. These are the typical challenges which we face, and I think these are the areas of improvement for the candidate also, which I am going to which I will speak in the next slide. Okay. So I have already spoken about the challenges which are again associated with the soft skills or supporting skills. While recruiting any employee, employer will not only look at the academic background, his family background, or his technical background. Of course, he will also look into the soft skill or supporting skills, presentation and communication. If the candidate is not able to present and communicate himself in a proper manner, then there are very blink chances that he or she might get selected. So this is the area where the candidate has to really work upon. While taking interview or while talking to the candidate, the panel will come to know about the about the approach attitude of the candidate. So it is reflected through your body language, through your non-spoken gesture. It is already reflected. Even your CV speaks lots about your attitude, your approach. Uh, Whatever you are talking is clearly getting in, but whatever you are not talking, that is reading between the line, is also getting communicated. CV also talks about your clarity in thought process. That is missing in most of the candidates these days. They are not clear about their career, about the profession, why they are into, why they have chosen a particular stream to complete their education. No clarity is there. They are just going with the flow. I mean, this is the typical problem which most of the candidates have really to work upon. Adaptability, flexibility, this is of course, we come to know once the candidate is onboarded, but few things are also visible from the CV or while taking interview. This is again a bigger challenge or bigger problem. Most of the candidates are not at all ambitious. They are not career oriented. They are just doing the job, or they are doing the things just for the sake of doing it. They are not clear about their career objects, why they are into that particular career. Nothing is clear. In this analytical and logical thinking, most of the candidates fails during taking pen paper test. I mean, even if they clear other things, most of the candidates are fail in this thinking. So they have to work on these things also. They have to enhance their analytical and logical thinking capacities, capabilities. So this area, those who want to get into the creative field like UI, UX developer, HTML developer, web page developer, PHP developer for that matter, they have to be really creative. They have to think out of the box. Just copy pasting or doing some same kind of stuff is not going to help. All industry people are looking for some value addition. You should be out of the box thinker. You should be able to give some different solution which other persons or other competitors are not giving, or they are not giving in. So this is what the other area where the candidates have really work upon. So there are various portals or various webinars available to improve your soft skill or supporting skills. I mean, so if you can take the help of those webinars or portals to enhance your these supporting skills. Or there are professionals out in the market who will charge something and who will help you to hone your these skills. And the things, various things are available in the market to develop your all technical as well as supporting skills. So that is what I want to cover in this session. I mean, I know most of the things are untouched, but because of time constraint, I have taken according to the industry or what is the latest trend going on in market. So I hope I hope at least I am able to give an insight of what the market IT market open for the freshers or for those who are willing to restart their career. So I'm sure most of the listeners in this session will convert this challenge and make a best use of this situation and convert it into a golden opportunity for themselves. So thanks a lot for having me here, and thank you very much. I'm ready to take questions if you have any.
Yeah, quite. Actually, it was a very useful information first because uh, this is from the horse's mouth, right? What we can call. See, quite some questions I can read out for you. Mm, from your points, I think ML is in demand.
Right, machine learning.
Yeah, other from that, networking jobs are also in the demand for application security. I think it's a comment from Prasad. He just put it. Then Atharva is talking about cyber security.
Yeah, that is also in demand, cyber security.
Then
I'm
yeah,
just checking the
okay, yeah, yeah.
okay. So,
Prasad, you can actually talk, not an issue.
yeah. No, we can talk. I think that I would prefer that rather than replying on that chat box. Even I am open for if he talks in Marathi, I'm open for that also.
No, nothing much. I have given only answers to the question above.
Acha, that question I have asked you. Okay, you have given that answer. Okay, okay. So that is not a question. So cyber security, yes, it is in demand. So there is, there are various cases of ransom attack data theft of the company. So cyber security is much in demand. So there are various courses available. You can try your luck on that area or that field. But again, why I have not stressed that much on cyber security. There are many resources who are cyber means they are having cyber certification. So again, a demand supply mismatch, more resources are available, and now demand of cyber security professional is not that much because of the availability of resources. Anyone has any question?
I can see something from Atharva here. One second, I'm just trying to catch his first point. So
I
cyber
can't see.
security, I think because most of the software companies are Western. So again, he has answered probably to you. Then what is the best idea for a psychotherapist plus MBA to enter in IT-based job entrepreneurship?
Who is asking this question? May I know the
No,
name?
yeah, here it is just phone name, Redmi.
Okay. So can you repeat the question?
What is the I think what is the best idea for a psycho? I think the question is it a best idea for a psychotherapist plus MBA to enter in IT based job or entrepreneurship?
So, our psychotherapist plus MBA. Yes, you can enter into the, if you are a MBA in which stream, I don't know. If you can elaborate that, I am assuming that the person is a MBA in marketing or sales. His job, then he can try his luck as a business analyst.
Okay, I
Okay.
think it's a mistake from my side. He's saying physiotherapist, not psychotherapist.
Okay. Okay. Physiotherapist. Okay. So he can enter into the IT, but what kind of MBA? What is his MBA specialization? So MBA, if he's in a sales and marketing, or if he's an MBA in IT, then of course there is a scope for him to enter into the IT field. But he has to start from a scratch. If he has any previous experience, that will be nullified. He will or she will has to start from scratch.
You can actually ask questions directly. No need of chatting now
Huh.
because he's typing this. He
No,
or
no,
she is
don't.
typing. You can talk actually. She's in marketing, it seems.
Yeah, so then there are hello, who is she? Redmi.
Yes, Redmi.
Okay. Okay. I sorry, I we don't know your name. Can you please tell me your name? Hello. Okay, so you are from marketing. So yes, there are scope for you to enter into the IT segment from marketing point of view. So if you can just do some digital certification for, just go for some certification on digital marketing. That will be helpful for us. If you don't want to go get into the digital certification, why I'm telling you to do the digital certification? Because again, digitalization, digital transformation will be the near future of all the industries. So if you even if you don't want to get into that, you can get into the IT as a marketing professional. So there is a scope to get into IT as a marketing professional, but not as a core IT professional.
You can talk actually. Why? Because I think a lot of information is in chat now. She is marketing at Middle East and coming back to India as a job lost. Google marketing certification is done.
So she will easily get a job in India.
मॅडम मला एक क्वेश्चन होता.
Huh?
मी सिंहगड इंजिनिअरिंग कॉलेजमध्ये आहे असिस्टंट प्रोफेसर.
Okay.
आणि मुलं खूप सारे सर्टिफिकेशन्स करतात म्हणजे ते उडेमी वगैरे
हो
ते.
हो.
तर त्याची व्हॅल्यू जॉब मध्ये कितपत आहे म्हणजे काय त्याला काही वेटेज आहे का? इव्हन एक स्पोकन ट्युटोरियल पण चा प्रोग्राम आम्ही कॉलेजमध्ये एक्झिक्यूट करतो.
हा.
तर त्याची ऑनलाईन जे कोर्सेस असतात व्हिडिओज ऐकले की त्याची एक टेस्ट असते आणि मग त्याचं
हो.
सर्टिफिकेट मिळतं. तर कॉलेजमध्ये तर खूप सांगतात पण त्याचं आणि जॉब मध्ये काही त्याला वेटेज आहे का त्या मुलांना काही?
नाही, खरं सांगू का, नाहीये. जे युडेमी कोर्सेरावर जे फ्री सर्टिफिकेशन्स अवेलेबल असतात त्याचं वेटेज नाहीये. आणि हजारातला एखादा मुलगा सिरियसली करतो. बाकीचे तर आता या मुलांनाही वे आउट माहिती असतात, ते रेकॉर्ड करून ठेवतात आणि डायरेक्ट ते जेव्हा क्वेश्चनर येतं तेव्हा ते रेकॉर्डिंग ऐकून उत्तर देतात.
हो नाही, इव्हन मी कॉलेजमध्ये दुसऱ्या टॅब मध्ये गुगल ओपन करतात.
तेच करतात. तर त्याच्यामुळे त्या सर्टिफिकेशनला जेव्हा ते इंटरव्ह्यू साठी येतात तेव्हा त्याला काही व्हॅल्यू नसते. नो व्हॅल्यू ॲट ऑल राधिका मॅडम. काहीच म्हणजे त्यांना त्याच्यावर काही बोलता पण येत नाही कारण त्यांनी ते केलेलंच
नसतं. बरोबर आहे.
सिरियसली. त्याच्याऐवजी मी जी आता बाकीचा मी काय खूप स्ट्रेस करत नाही, पण मी जे IT इन्फ्रा रिलेटेड सांगितलं तर फॉर एक्झाम्पल सिस्को, तुम्ही नेटवर्क इंजिनियर्सचं बघितलं असेल, CCNA सर्टिफाईड असतात, सिस्को सर्टिफाईड नेटवर्क असोसिएट्स. तर हे ग्लोबल सर्टिफिकेशन असतं आणि ह्याचा एक ID जनरेट होतो ग्लोबली. किंवा कुठलेही सॉफ्टवेअरचे सुद्धा जे ग्लोबल सर्टिफिकेशन असतात त्याचा एक ग्लोबल ID जनरेट होतो ज्याची व्हॅलिडिटी असते 2 किंवा 3 वर्ष. आणि ते पेड सर्टिफिकेट असतात. ते तुम्हाला काही कॉपी पेस्ट करून करता येत नाही. तुम्हाला आधी त्याचे मॉड्यूल शिकावे लागतात आणि मगच टेस्ट देता येते. तर असे सर्टिफिकेट जर केले असतील तर त्याला काहीतरी व्हॅल्यू ऍडिशन असतं ग्लोबली सर्टिफिकेट, आणि ज्याला काहीतरी ID जनरेट होतो ग्लोबली. पण हे बाकी युडेमी, कोर्सेरा ज्याच्यावर फ्री सर्टिफिकेट्स असतात त्याला काहीही म्हणजे काहीच जॉबच्या दृष्टीने जेव्हा ते येतात आणि लिहिलेलं असतं तेव्हा काहीही व्हॅल्यू नसते त्याला.
इव्हन NPTEL पण नाही का? NPTEL आहे ऍक्च्युली मला वाटतं. त्यांच्या एक्झामला फीज असतात.
हो, पण मग ते शिकून हे करतात का ते असं?
हो, त्याची एक्झाम असते, एक्झामची सेंटर पण असतात. पण ऍक्च्युली कसं आहे की मी आता या कॉलेजमध्ये 9-10 वर्ष आहे आणि खूप सारे मेसेजेस मुलांना पाठवतो ना की तुम्ही आता लॉकडाऊन मध्ये हा कोर्स करा, लॉकडाऊन मध्ये तो कोर्स करा. आणि ऍक्च्युली त्यामुळेच मला वाटतं की हे तुमचं सेशन एवढं अप्रतिम आहे, म्हणजे इतके इनपुट्स मिळाले. तर मुलं मला वाटतं कन्फ्यूज होतात की एकाच दिवशी त्या ग्रुपमध्ये इतके सारे वेबिनार, सेमिनार, अमुक तमुक, तर त्यांना कुठला अटेंड करायचा, तसंच ते कोर्स कुठला करायचा ह्याच्यामध्ये ते सुद्धा प्रचंड कन्फ्युज आहेत.
आहे कोणाचे क्वेश्चन्स अजून?
मला वाटते सत्यजित सर तुम्ही पुढचे काही एखादा सेशन सर्टिफिकेशन्स वर घेतला तर फार बरं होईल.
ओके.
मुलांनी अटेंड केला पाहिजे म्हणजे.
हो. चालेल. संजीवनी मॅम, थँक यू व्हेरी मच. आय थिंक शी इज डिस्कनेक्टेड.
ऍक्च्युली त्यांचं नाही वाटतं.
डिस्कनेक्ट झाल्यात का ते? बघायला लागेल. 1 सेकंड. तो एक थांबू. Hello, Sanjeevani ma'am.
Default, no, wait. Default in the sense, what, when